Hello and welcome to Library Connection. I'm your hostess, Mandy Cantrell. As Youth Services Director at the Comer Library, one of my favorite things to do is to get to do story time. We do story time there at the library for anyone in town who can come, but we also do outreach programs. One of the places we go is First Methodist Kindergarten. We get to go there to do story time for the 3-year-olds, and the 4s and 5s get on their bus and come to see us. So they are such a wonderful place. I wanted us to talk a little bit more about their program and the things they do. Joining me today is their director, Dee Dee Mathews. Thank you, Dee Dee, for joining me today.
Thank you for asking me, Mandy.
Good.
I love being here.
Oh, I get to see you every week or so,
Yeah,
a couple of weeks. Yes, we just enjoy y'all coming. Before we get into the kindergarten part, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Dee Dee Mathews. I taught 4-year-olds for 10 years, and now I'm going on my 14th year as director.
Great.
I have a wonderful husband, O.C., and I have 2 children, Harry and Katie, who live in Birmingham, and we just have a wonderful family.
Great. Now, you're a hometown girl, right? You're from Sylacauga.
Born and raised here.
That's
and
great.
Love every minute. I didn't think I'd ever come back after I went to college, but couldn't be a better place to live.
It is a wonderful place to live and raise a family. And I just love the kindergarten. I mean, I have to tell, I went there when I was a little girl. That tells you how long it's been here.
Yes.
I taught there a little while. My children went there, and just wonderful things happen there all the time.
You better believe it. We're great. We have the best time. I can't say enough about it.
I know. Well, we want to talk about, first let's talk about the kindergarten program. What ages are those?
Well, we go from 6 weeks to, we have a K-5 program. A lot of people don't know we have a kindergarten program, but we do. And we take babies when they're 6 weeks old. We have 6 weeks old, we have the 1-year-old. Our 2-year-old program, we start the Becca Christian curriculum, which is a wonderful curriculum with your phonics, your math, and we supplement that with a lot of different activities and academic things. And then that's our K3, K4, and our K5. So we have about 150 children this year.
Oh, that's great.
It is good. It is.
I know just a few years, well, it's probably been several years ago now, they added the daycare part to the kindergarten.
It's been a while. I can't really remember because when I started in 1992, they already had the daycare. So it's been there quite a while. And, you know, with time, whatever is needed, we try to provide. Like now we have an after-school program for we have 10 to 15 that come over on the school bus from Indian Valley in the afternoon.
Right,
so
that's great.
Yeah.
I know I had one mother tell me she really enjoyed that. Her child went to school there and was very comfortable riding the bus from Indian Valley coming back, and then she can pick them both up at the same place. She has a younger daughter, and just at the fun they had, a lot of fun things going on.
Well, it's a safe place to be. We have someone meet the bus, they come in to have snack, do their homework, and then free play. So. And Mr. Wesley Haley, who is also our music director, he takes care of the children, and they absolutely love him, and he loves the children.
So nice to have a man in the position with preschool. They really need to see that too.
I agree, and with 20-something other women, I feel sorry for Wesley.
Yes.
But Dr. Ted Spears, he was the only male director in our program, and we loved him too. So it's wonderful for the children to have a male to look up to.
Yes, and so many of them need that.
Yes, I agree.
Great. Yeah, that's great. That's great. Okay, so if someone wanted to enroll their child there, what's the process, or how would they do that?
Well, in March of every year we have registration. We enroll our children that are already in the program. We enroll them first. The next week we try to get the other children enrolled that are not enrolled, that didn't come the year before. But we will probably enroll all through the year. I mean, if you have a child and you want to enroll that child into our program, all you have to do is call First Methodist Kindergarten, 256-249-2300. And I would say we would probably have a spot for your child.
Good, because people move in and out, and move to town, or decide. I think my child is it's time for them to start to kindergarten.
Right, they do.
Great.
So please call if you don't sit there and say, oh, I know they're full, because that's just not the case all the time.
Right, you never know. That'd be great. And I can tell you, like I said, my children went there. Great program. I love the Becca program. I know it has a lot of the phonics, and I love the way they teach that. That's what I did kindergarten. I love that, and the math and the reading. And I love. They also have a lot of verses. You can learn Bible verses and Bible stories. That's one of the most wonderful things.
Well,
I think about it.
Yeah. First Methodist, I mean, we can talk about God. We can talk about Jesus.
Yeah.
We can pray. We say the blessings before we eat our snack or lunch, and we go to chapel 2 times a month. And chapel is just going to the sanctuary to show the children what really church is all about, is sitting in a pretty calm manner, looking at the beautiful stained glass window and saying short sermons. A lot of them I do, but we have visiting ministers. Our minister, associate pastor, they also do some of them. So, and we sing. They sing religious songs. They learn Bible verses. We have our ABC Bible verses. So we are lucky in that sense, because your children are going to have, they're going to get to know Jesus and His teachings.
Right, that's great, that's great. What hours are you open? How early in the morning? And
well, come on in at 6:30. We close at 5:30. We changed the time from 7 to 6:30 because so many of our parents now have to go out of town to work. So,
that's true.
And it's really working well. So 6:30 is when we open the doors.
Great, and I know it's so easy to drive in the back and drop off your children. Y'all are always there and my children always just bounced in, ready to go, a bright smiling face there to greet them, ready to come in.
We do. Actually, Bridget Ezell and I man the breakfast room upstairs, and downstairs in the nursery they have a different,
Oh, sure,
regimen.
different, yeah.
But so the parents have to bring them in until 10 till 8, and then we have 2 out there opening car doors for the children and showing them the way in, so to make sure they get in safely, and they have to be signed in and out. So we keep the children very safe. Right,
and I know when I go out there, we have to buzz in, because it's sad we have to do all that, but y'all have all those security measures in place.
We have just recently we've moved the entire nursery into another wing of the church.
Okay.
This is our security system is being installed in this area.
Right.
It is not complete yet, because it's only been 2 months ago that we started this. So when the security system in each of the classrooms is installed and the buzzer system is on the door, the parents will be given a code to come in, and when we get the infants over there, then we will be ready, and it shouldn't be more than a week or 2. We're excited because it's newly painted. It's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
That is nice, and it's nice with the code and everything. Parents can feel very safe about their children being there.
They do. They appreciate the security system, and we do too.
Oh, I know you do. Well, I have to tell you one thing my children really enjoyed when they were in school there is the playground.
Oh, yeah.
That's great.
In 2005, we decided we were going to build a new playground. I mean, it was time. So we had a lot of fundraisers, and now we are continuing the playground, any renovations, and we sell these beautiful hand-painted tiles.
Yeah.
They're, I guess, 4x6 or whatever. They're beautiful. I paint them. Maybe they're just pretty, not beautiful. But
no, I've seen them. They're beautiful.
They're very colorful. You don't have to be a past student, a present student. You can be a member of the church, you can be a business, you can be just someone that wants to donate. And we use this money to buy new mulch or do whatever we need to do. We just bought a a new awning type tent for our toddler playground to give them some shade.
Good.
So and like I said, the tiles line the second floor entrance.
Yeah.
You should come look because it is absolutely beautiful.
It is so nice. I like to go look, and I see, friends, people my age,
Find your
people my
name,
children's
yeah.
age, friends and family. So anybody that's a friend of the kindergarten, and those are $15.
$15.
That's great.
Yeah, and you'll be up there forever.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, how many? You said you have 22 ladies. Is that kind of what you said?
We have about, actually, I'm going to say 26. Nursery and upstairs, and 26 lady and one male.
Oh, bless his heart. I do feel for him too. But
we're like his mama because he's a young man, but he is a good person. I believe he also does the choir at, I think it's Pine Grove Church. So he's a good man, and like I said, the children love him.
Oh, and he does music.
Yes, he is our music teacher.
And that is so fun. My children I still remember songs that I learned there that we sang, and it's so fun.
We've had the best music teacher, Sandra Haynes. Bless her heart, we miss her very much. But Wesley has just come on in, and he was here last year, so he came in this year, and he's a little bit more comfortable.
Good, good. A lot of music goes on, getting ready for programs. I know y'all have big Christmas programs and spring programs, graduation type things.
Yes.
So much fun.
We have, graduation is a big deal, and they had to talk me into the cap and gown because I didn't want little 5-year-olds wearing them, but they look adorable in them. So we do the cap and gowns now, and that's always in May, and our spring programs in May, and then our Christmas programs. And this is only for our K3, 4, and 5 group.
Right.
But they are beautiful programs, very meaningful. The birth of Jesus Christ, of course, is the main topic.
Yeah.
So again, you're more than welcome to come witness these beautiful, beautiful programs.
Right. Well, we're going to take a short break for a couple of commercials, and then we'll be back to talk a little bit more about First Methodist Kindergarten's program.
In Central Alabama, 9,100 kids face going to bed hungry tonight. Hunger doesn't take a day off. There are kids right here, right now, that don't know where they'll get their next meal. Join Alabama Childhood Food Solutions and help put an end to childhood hunger in Central Alabama. Make a difference. Donate today, by mail or online, to help ACFS feed hungry kids. There's no better time to share than now. Their next meal could come from you.
Any meal, anytime, it's a Huddle House on Highway 280. From the popular Huddle House signature waffle to our big house breakfast, including gravy and biscuit and loaded hash browns, it's a Huddle House. Try our Philly cheese steak omelet. It's a sure hit, too. Our big house sandwich combos include Huddle burger and country fried steak. And for lunch or dinner, it's the often requested chopped steak with mushroom gravy. Starting to get hungry? Head to the Huddle House. Our friendly and experienced team await you. Huddle House, Highway 280, any meal, anytime.
At Marble City Pharmacy, we're more than just a drugstore. Our gift shop boasts some of the most unique treasures you'll find anywhere. Come in and browse the vast selection of jewelry, purses, clothing accessories, and crafts. Let our friendly staff help you find that special card or gift for any occasion. Our dollar wall features selected sale items, and we stock a wide variety of specialty items. And if it is a drugstore you need, Marble City Pharmacy was named the 2015 McKesson National Pharmacy of the Year. Visit us today at Marble City Pharmacy.
Since 1935, the Collins family has been the automobile business in Sylacauga. Bobby and Anderson Collins carry on that tradition today at Stop and Shop Auto Sales. Select from late model cars, trucks, and SUVs. And our vehicles do not go on the lot until they are thoroughly inspected by our experienced mechanics. At Stop and Shop Auto Sales, we offer a 30-day warranty on all our inventory. They owned and operated for 4 generations. Stop and Shop Auto Sales, 230 West 1st Street in Sylacauga.
Hello and welcome back to Library Connection. I'm your hostess, Mandy Cantrell. Joining me today is Dee Dee Mathews. She is the director of First Methodist Church Kindergarten and Daycare Center. And we're glad you're here today. We've been talking about a lot of the activities that go on at the kindergarten. One of the things, we've talked a little bit about how you have Bible every day. I mean, a Bible story and verses and things every day. The wonderful playground. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the other programs you have. Okay. Computer.
Okay.
Computer.
We do have computers. We have a computer room. We just probably about 3 or 4 years ago, we moved it from downstairs, and it's such a big part of today's life. And these children, they probably know more than we do.
Yeah.
But Bridget Ezell, she has taught 3-year-olds for probably 20 years or more, and she is now doing our computer program, and she told me yesterday she just absolutely loves, and the children love going to computer.
Oh, that's great. You're right, it needs to be part of their education now as much as we use it. So they go, how often do they go?
Computer, she has a schedule for the computer, so probably I think the 5s go every day, the 4s go 3 times a week, and the 3s go 2 times a week.
That's great.
And they're each 30-minute sessions, so they get a lot of computer time.
I was going to say once a week, but that's
no, they go quite often.
And it's helping them to learn to use the mouse or whatever, and
their
the activities.
Yes, and how to take care of computers and then of course she's got the phonics games and the math games and colors and shapes for the younger ones. So they're learning all the time.
Yeah. So you can't really say it's just computer time, which is what I was thinking. It's more learning.
It is.
A lot of things. That's great.
It is.
What about music?
Well, like I said before, Mr. Wesley Haley is our music teacher, and he is in the process of getting ready for Grandparents' Day, because we're going to have a short, each group is going to have a short
little presentation program?
Yeah, a song program in the sanctuary for the grandparents. So he just takes different holidays, Fall Festival, Christmas, Easter, fun songs, and they spend 30 minutes Monday, Wednesday, and Friday in that group. He even does the 2-year-olds.
Oh,
the
my
2-year-olds,
goodness. How fun.
Yeah,
how fun.
He loves it.
They can learn so much through
and
music.
And they dance. They also learn dances, the Tootie Top. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of the Tootie Top, but
it's the greatest song ever.
Yeah, it is.
I love it.
It's fun.
Well, how much fun. I love music myself, and that's great. And now he has really got some work to do if he can get, because school just started not too long ago.
Yeah.
And here is Grandparents' Day in September.
Right. And so
I
said, have you got it covered? He said, got it covered already.
Great.
So I think it's wonderful.
And that is very well attended, Grandparents' Day.
We will probably have 300 to 400 people come through that day alone. Don Smith will take pictures of the grandparents and their grandchildren. We'll have refreshments. And then, like I said, we'll have staggered programs in the sanctuary. So it's a wonderful day. We've had so many compliments from grandparents about that day, because a lot of grandparents are the ones we see when with the children nowadays. So we probably know them more than we know the parents, but
sometimes
that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
That's true. And I know you go to story time every day.
Jessica Cleveland is our new story teacher this year, but she's been with us probably 5 years or more. She has worked in the daycare, and she absolutely loves it. And you cannot find a child, I have not found a child that does not like a good book, and they're going to sit there and listen, and she tells wonderful stories. So they absolutely love story time too. And it's not just books, she shows sometimes videos, and it's also a learning experience. And she's the one that she schedules our fire safety week, our dental week, we also have the policeman comes and tells about safety.
Good.
So that all goes on in the story time.
Great. There's a lot can be covered.
Yes.
I love what you said about books. We like that at the library. We get to see you guys about every other week. Either the 5s and the 4s get on the bus and come to see us, and they love the bus ride.
Yes, they love the bus. We have a little bus that actually has seat belts, believe it or not.
Yeah.
And we take the children, and we all have, the ones that drive have their CDL licenses. So we go to the library. And Mandy, I want to take this time to tell you, I don't know what we would do without BB Comer Library, especially in the summer. Those programs are out of this world, and our children look forward to it. And it's a wonderful way they love it. They get back on the bus in the summertime and say, oh, Miss Dee Dee, we had a great time. I usually drive the bus, or Lisa Matchin does.
Right.
So We love B.B. Comer Library.
Well, thank you. We love you too. I always enjoy your children. The Fives came yesterday,
Yes.
2 days ago.
Yes, they did.
So nice, just coming in so
Very well behaved.
quiet.
They are.
Yes, yes.
Miss Mead and Miss Jacks make sure they're very well behaved.
Well, they were. We had a great time. A lot of fun. Okay. Now chapel. We were going to talk a little bit about that. Well, we did a little bit. You had people come, different people
Right.
come in. Field trips.
Well,
That's it.
3-year-olds cannot go on field trips, but our
Right,
4-year-olds usually go to Old Baker Farm. Hopefully they'll get to go back to Bluebell this year.
Oh, I hope so.
Our 5-year-olds, they will go to Old Baker Farm, either Christmas or for the pumpkins. And also Bluebell is very important to them. And sometimes they'll go to McWayne Center or the zoo or the circus. So
Right.
there's probably 3 big ones a year.
That is nice.
And the parents have to go with each of their children.
Right. Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Parents love that.
Yeah,
Really.
they do.
It's nice.
They
It's a
do. We
nice
do not take the bus on these trips.
Right. That's a good ways to
Yeah.
go. But that's a lot of fun, a lot of different activities.
They look forward to it. They love it.
Now, how long does the kindergarten part last? I know it's daycare after lunch. Or,
Well, we go from 8 a.m. to 11:05 for 3s, 11:20 for the 4s, and 12:30 for the 5-year-olds. They need that extra time.
Right.
After that time, they eat lunch, and then they have to rest. They don't have to go to sleep, and then it's free play.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah. And
My girls love the free play.
Oh yeah, oh yes.
Yeah,
So
play with
academics
their
is
friends.
in the morning,
Yes.
at least 4 hours of academics each day.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. It's a lot, and like I said, I love that curriculum. I love the ABECA curriculum. It's so easy to follow, and it just covers so much. The children are reading. It's great.
It
Great. I
is,
love
it is. I had a child come to me the day before yesterday reading already in the 5-year-old,
Wow.
and I was floored. But like I said, we have wonderful teachers, and I'm sure this child is very smart too.
Right.
So,
Wonderful parents. Everybody. It takes a whole village.
Yes,
Doesn't
you better
it?
believe it.
Well, we were talking a little bit about the kindergarten has been around for several years. I know you were telling
Several.
me. Tell us a little bit about the history of the kindergarten.
Very briefly, 1947, and I was not there then, y'all, but 1947, Mrs. Cloyd Smith was the director. And back then, it was called the Sylacauga Cooperative School for Children under the age of 6.
That's a mouthful.
And I think it was Harry Brown Sr. bought a bus, and they would pick the children up and they would bring them home.
Wow.
And they also served lunch. They had a cook that served lunch. It was a little house where the Boy Scout hut is in that parking area. My husband went and his sister went. I never did go, but we've had 5 directors since then. Mrs. Cloyd Smith, Edna Lusk was there for
Yes.
20 years, I believe. Connie Wright, everybody knows Connie. Karen Cooper Slayton, and then, of course, Dr. Ted Spears, who I can't say enough good things about. And I love all the other ones too, but I was under Dr. Ted Spears, so I can really speak well of him. And this is, like I said, my 14th year, which I cannot believe. It's just, time passes when you're having a good time.
It does.
So it's just, we're still going strong.
Okay. It was in the little house across from the church. That's where I
Yes.
remember going when I was little.
Oh,
Miss
okay.
Lusk, I believe, was
Okay.
there. And I remember being in the Christmas program and the playground, and I was 5. I don't remember a lot about it, but I do remember sitting in
Right.
that big room with the piano, I think, and we
Okay,
sang.
all right.
It was fun.
Because I didn't go and I don't remember anything about it, but my husband said they had the green room and the blue room,
Okay.
and he can remember the snacks, and he said it was a fun time for him too.
Right. I can remember when I went there, the steeple was about to be put up on the church,
Wow.
or it was, I don't know if it had been renovated or whatever, but it was laying on the ground. We all walked by, touched the top of the steeple.
Wow.
So we can all say,
So that you-
I have touched the top of First
That's
Methodist
neat.
steeple.
That is neat. That
It
is
was
so
neat. Yeah, that's one of my big things
I've
when
never
I think back to
never
that.
heard that before.
Yeah, well, it's fun. It's fun. And a lot of children have come through there in the
I
years.
can't imagine how many. I
I
can't
know.
imagine. We've had, like 170, 200, but a lot of the K-4 program now is in the public system, so we've lost some, but we are really gaining the 2-year-olds and infants, so it all works out.
Right.
But we're doing well this year.
That's great. I know y'all watch class size with student to teacher ratio.
Yes, we are
it
not state licensed because we're under the umbrella of the church, but we are state regulated, and so we do go by ratios, especially in the nursery where you have always 2 adults, and in our infant room where we have 10 babies, we have 3 adults.
Right.
So they will be taken care of.
Right. And even as they get into the 3s, 4s, and 5s, it's one thing I enjoyed. It's not a large class; it's a small class.
Right. Now you can have as many as 16 in the K5. We don't, but you can.
You can.
And I think at least 14 in the K4, and I believe we have 13. But our 3-year-old is pretty much 10, but we have some that don't come every day, so we have a 3-day program for our 3-year-olds.
Oh, you do? Okay, the 3-year-olds have a 3-day-a-week program, and that's good if it's someone who doesn't necessarily want it every day.
Right. Parents don't want to let go, so 3 days, and they learn pretty much as much as the 5-day children.
They do, I think. And you can stay for the entire day for the kindergarten and the daycare, or you can just be there for the kindergarten.
Yes,
part.
half a day, all day. That's what we call it.
And I remember my kids sometimes would stay for lunch. Either I would pick them up at 11:05 or 11:20, or they would stay for lunch. I would just pack a lunch and send them.
Right, and they love to stay for lunch for some reason. It's just so much fun. I want to stay for lunch, so we have a lot of them for lunch.
I know.
And we don't provide lunch; they bring their own, but. They eat around 11:30. Well, most of them, but the K5 eat later. But so it works out.
Right. It does. It's a little bit there for everybody. If you don't work, or if you work half a day, or just want have a little time, that's great. It works out great. Now. Let me go over one more time how they can get in touch with you if they want to enroll a child, and they can enroll them anytime. You just come in and they can come in and see you or call.
You're more than welcome to come in and see me and tour the area. I would love for you to do that. We have a Facebook page that you can look at what's going on. The phone number is in the phone book. It's 256-249-2300. My extension is 26. Heather Gregory's extension is 20. She's our financial secretary. You can just walk in off the street, or you can call. Either way, we'd love to hear from you.
Right. And there are plenty of parents who would tell you wonderful things about it. I know. I'm one of those. I know. Thank you. That. Now, we did talk about, I know y'all come to see us in the summer, and we are so glad. What kind of activities do you have in the summer? I know there's not school.
There's no school. It's basically free play, but we try to do watermelon cuttings, sundaes, pizza, hot dogs. Going to the library is Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Snow Biz comes on Thursday, and Friday's just a fun day. We find an activity, like we call it Splash Friday. So we're always looking to do something fun for the children. And I think this past summer was one of the best we've had.
Good. And I almost forgot. We need to go ahead and run those slides that we've got of the activities going on. Great. I'm sorry. That is.
We have the fire truck come, and they've made their own fire hats, and so that's a group sitting out there. You can't see the fire truck, but there's graduation, our K5 graduation.
Yes, that's great.
And the cap and gowns. Visit to Bluebell, which hopefully we're going to get to go back. We cannot wait. Old Baker Farm, which is one of the best.
That is a great tour.
That is the best. That is the best. This is our Fall Festival parade, you call it Halloween parade. All the children dress up. This is our Christmas program, one of our Christmas programs. You can see the 3 wise men and baby Jesus and Mary and Joseph. And this is our bye-bye buggies. Our nursery infants and 1-year-olds have bye-bye buggies, so that's the way they get around a lot of times.
How
and they
fun.
do go outside.
Oh, and when it's so pretty, it's so nice to be able to do that. Well, thank you so much for being here today. I appreciate it. And any of you, please give them a call. I can tell you it's a wonderful place to have your children, and we hope you'll join us back on Library Connection.